Hey guys, give me just
Hello there, Lori.
Give me just a second. Get set up here. And get the chat popped out. Get the chat popped out. Oh, need this. Hi guys, 1 second. Why isn't it letting me pop this out? There we go. And I'm going to post it on Facebook real quick. My Easy Press group, because this is so cool. One second. We're almost ready to start. Are you guys all having a good day? All right, here we go. One more share. All right, here we are. Hey, Melody. Oh, hello, everyone. I'm going to go back and forth, but I want to get started because this is going to take a little bit of time. So I just got back from Creativation, and this was one of the most fun things that I saw. I was so excited when I saw this, and I immediately thought, Cricut Easy Press. This is going to be so cool for the Easy Press. So I've got my Easy Press right here heating up. I'm going to get that out of our way. And what these are permanent thermal transfer markers, which are basically sublimation markers. So what you can do is write with these, and then you can transfer this just like you would a heat transfer product. The only caveat to all of it is it has to have a polyester finish on it or a polyester fabric. I did ask her if you could do it to a t-shirt, and she said as long as it's at least 80% polyester, you could do it. But you can't just use like 100% cotton t-shirt. It's not going to take the transfer. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch your comments, but I'll answer questions at the end. But again, this is by Artesprix.com, and you can order them on their website. It's a set of 10. She gave us these. And what I did was go on the Cricut Design Space, and I just had it draw this snowman. This is by, I believe, Jen Goody. And when you, as you guys know, when you do heat transfer, you need to reverse your image. So what I would normally do is probably put this on my Cricut Bright Pad and then retrace it with these markers on the backside. But since this is just a snowman, it's not going to matter whether he's facing this way or the other way. So I'm just going to use it this way so that you guys can see. Now here are the markers. And I forget, you guys are upside down for me. Just by the way my camera is sitting right now, I couldn't turn it around. So forgive me for things being a little bit upside down. I guess I can color this upside down for you. So all I'm going to do is take the black marker and I'm going to trace. And this is just because I can't draw. If you could draw, you could totally draw your own little design. But I'm no draw artist by any means. So I'm just drawing the basic outline. And I'm just doing this quickly for the video. And again, you have to put it on a fabric or a product that is polyester based, just like you would heat sublimation. And I don't know how I'm going to do this with these are chisel tip markers. All right, so let's do a little bit of fun here. Let's color the hat in. And these colors go on darker than they will transfer. So we'll color this in. And again, I'm just doing this really quickly, but I want to show you how cute this is. And I immediately thought of so many ideas for these, but I don't have a lot of polyester blend things to mix it with. But I want to show you. And again, I'm no artist, obviously. Colors hat in. And we did these as a make and take right there at their station. It was fun. They had all kinds of flowers printed out that you could color in and then make your project. All right. So just like, let me turn this heat press back or easy press back on. So just like that, I'm done. This is just regular copy paper. This is nothing special. I just put a piece of copy paper on my Cricut mat and had it draw the image. And then I colored it in, as you just saw. Yes, the website's in the description. Thanks, Melody. Here I can type it, artesprix.com. They were sold out right after the show, but I just looked and I didn't see that it said that they were sold out. So anyway, you take this is a can koozie. And by the way, this is the one that I made there. So I just turned this over, but let's put it on. So you just put it on. And again, if you were doing words or anything, you would have to trace it from the back side so that it would be backwards for your transfer. And I think I've got that on there. So I've got this heated up to 330 for 30 seconds. And actually, I should put something under this. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. I want to protect my desktop here. All right, 330, 30 seconds. And I'm just going to hold it a little bit firmly just because that bowl koozie is bulky and I want to make sure it's getting a nice flat transfer. And while we're waiting, I'm checking the site. You do have to mirror the image, Georgia. You have to, recopy it from the back if you're doing an image that matters. This didn't matter which way it was, so I didn't. And just like that, ta-da! So, if your kids drew a really cute drawing, I'm going to put this heat press back on here so it doesn't get my desktop hot. But if your kids made a really cute drawing, or you just want to, if you were good at, artistry and you can draw. No, it didn't burn the paper at all. This is just regular copy paper. And you can use this transfer again and again. I think that they said up to 10 times. It really just depends on how vibrant it is and how much color there is. But how fun would this be? I mean, you can draw. She had images right here that one of the artists in the booth drew. And they were so cute. And they were putting them onto tote bags. Something as detailed as this you can do. And again, this is the one I made there. I actually colored this with this marker. And it came out much more vibrant than my transfer. But again, I mean, endless possibilities. I was so excited about this. It wasn't setting on the cord. It probably, well, maybe. Looks like it just was. Sorry. The paper is just regular copy paper from my copier. I just cut the image out so I could fit everything in screen for you guys. Will the pins fit in the Cricut? No. And I was going to actually have it draw with the Cricut, but I did not have the marker converter. So they do not fit in the regular pen holder. How did the flower example come out so dark? I probably colored it a lot darker. I mean, if I had put more ink on this, I'm just trying to do it quickly. But when I was at the show, I really went over it like this. So it made it darker. But isn't that fun? I mean, you could do the Cricut logos. You could personalize just about anything. I have some mouse pads coming that I'm going to be able to do this too. Can use it on all types of material. It has to be a polyester, at least 80% polyester blend or polyester finish, which is what this is. So you can't do it on like a regular cotton shirt. It has to have at least 80% polyester in it, which a lot of your gym wear would have that. What do they cost? I looked on the website and I think they were $34.95 for a set of 10. If you watch Ken's Creation, they did a live video. I also took video at the booth, and I think Terry took video at the booth, but I'm not going to repost the booth footage. But I mean, you'll see a lot of ideas. Backpacks would work as long as they have polyester. If they're canvas, they're not going to work. They didn't mention future colors. There's 10 here, and I think these are pretty new to the market. So, will it transfer on all types of material? No, it has to be a polyester blend. I think have I seen how they wash it? I have not tried to wash this. Again, I just learned about this 2 days ago at Creativation, and I made this there. You guys can't see it on camera, but this is 2 different colors. This is more of a pink. It's orange in the middle. You can't really see it on camera. It's real bright. Anything else? Do you guys have any other questions? Is there any other Easy Press questions I can ask while I do the inks blend? Not very well. I can show you. Here's an orange. And again, this orange went on like that. It's a lot brighter than it looks on the paper. And then here's a yellow. If I tried to blend into that, it doesn't really blend. And because you just do it on copy paper, you know, the paper starts to peel a little bit. Do they show up on a cup in the packaging? You can. If you have a heat press with the mug attachment, you can also use these on ceramic. So yes, you can use them on ceramic. I just pulled that up on the website to check that out. But yes, you can do that. Yes, $34.95 on the website. Thanks, Janice. They are chisel tip. Now let me get a different color. It'll be easier to see. You guys see that? Let me get the camera back on I'm going back and forth between the camera and so they're chisel tip. There you can see how well it blended or didn't. They don't blend real well, but what else? Can you use other types of paper? I think you can use any type of paper. The paper, this is just regular copy paper. That's what they were using at the show. Hey, Sean. Yes, I just mentioned you and said that you and Ken have a video on these that you did at the show. Hi, Midge. Oh, that's... Oops, for some reason, all my comments are getting highlighted. Any other questions? Having trouble? Yes, I posted a minute ago, but I'll post it again. There you go. And yes. So what I did was draw this on regular copy paper. For those of you who just joined, I drew this on regular copy paper with these Artesprix permanent thermal transfer markers. They come in a set of 10. And then if you're doing words or anything that matters the direction, you need to turn it over and transfer it, or mirror your image. But since this was a snowman, I didn't need to do that. So I just put this down on my, has to be a polyester blend or polyester material. It has to be at least 80% polyester. Put that down. I used my Easy Press, 30 seconds. I did it at 330 for 30 seconds. And there it is. Simple as that. Yes, Bonnie, isn't that cool? Yes, the polyester has to be at least 80% if it's a blend. Oh, Ken's saying they didn't do a video there. Midge and Madge did. Ashley Chauvin did one too, if any of you follow Ashley. Yes, thanks, Melody. They're $34.95 for a set of 10. And like I said, I know they were sold out right after the show, but I think they're back in, or I didn't see sold out on the website when I looked. Yes, the directions say 400, 350 to 400 for 45. And it says to 300 seconds. I think that's, I'm not sure if they meant 300 seconds or not, but I was a little worried about it scorching this without a Teflon sheet, and I didn't want to do anything. So I did 330, 30 seconds, and it worked perfect. Do you know if you're able to draw directly onto the item and then just iron it on instead of doing a transfer? Just curious because of the mirroring. I do not know if you could do that. I can try it here. Let's see. I mean, if I draw on here, it's obviously... Here, let me just put... I'll write snow on here. So this is just for fun. Oh, kind of hard to draw on this. So if I draw on that, you know me, fearless to try. Oops. Draw on that and then put this on it. See what happens. Right. You only need to do mirroring if it's something that matters. I did not mirror the snowman. So, I mean, if you can write on it, you can write on it. You could do that with a Sharpie, I guess. You wouldn't really need the transfer application. But like I said, I did not mirror this because it didn't matter. But if you were writing a word, you would want to turn around and trace it from the backside. Any other questions? Again, I use 330 for 30 seconds. The packaging says right on it. If you're doing a mug, you can also set it in the oven. It says use mug wrap to secure image. 350 for 5 to 7 minutes if you're doing it in the oven. For a heat press, it says 350 to 400 for 45 to 300 seconds. Varies according to material. So this is, I wasn't sure. I didn't want this to scorch, so it worked at 330. I do not have an affiliate link. Ken's Creations might. Ken, did you get, or Sean, did you guys get a affiliate link for those? I'm not sure if they're still here. Did it leave any residue on my iron? Nope. Awesome product. Hello, Ken. Ken's Creations, did you get an affiliate link for those? I did not. So you're welcome to post it if you want. There's not a mug attachment for the Easy Press. I was talking about a mug attachment for a heat press for those who have heat presses. If you want DS to draw, you can reverse in Design Space. Sure, you could have it. That's what I had Design Space draw this snowman. I could have just reversed it, but like I said, it didn't matter to me which way he was directed. Ceramics need to be subliminal, sublimentable. Any other questions? Did everybody find the website that's looking for it? I posted it a few times above. Any other Easy Press questions? It doesn't have to be with these markers, but I haven't done live in a while, so I thought I would check in. The pins do not fit in the Cricut. If you have the marker adapter by Amy Comas, you could. I tried the one I have, but it's for pens. It's not fat enough. But you can do exactly what I did. I just had it draw it, and then I just traced over it with the markers and colored it in. So basically, the Cricut could draw out and then cut what I want to iron on, but then use the markers to color it in. Yes, that's exactly what I did, Jamie. I had the Cricut drew this. This is a Design Space image by Jen Goody, I believe. And then I just traced over it with the markers. And again, you have to mirror it. So when it goes on your project, it goes on this way. So if you were doing a word or lettering or something that you wanted to face this specific direction, you would want to mirror the image. This was just a test. Somebody asked if you could write right on it. Can you buy these in the UK? I am not sure if you can buy these in the UK. I would check their website. These are basically sublimation. You guys have heard of sublimation transfers? That's what this is. What happens if you put another image on top of the snowman? Thinking of a layered design. I'm not sure what you mean. If you were going to layer it, you would just have all your layers on here and put it on at once. I mean, I can go back and do this again. You can use this transfer. I think they said 8 to 10 times. It might have been 6 to 8 times, something like that. You can use it over and over until it starts to fade. So I could put this back down and do another snowman if I had room. Any other questions? I think these are going to be a lot of fun for people. Now, I went to Hobby Lobby and Joann's this morning and was just looking for things that I could put this on. And it's not as easy to find 80% polyester or better items to put it on. So you probably are going to want to order blanks that are meant for sublimation, which is what this is. And I ordered some this morning on Amazon. So again, you can't use these on regular t-shirts. Any other questions? This was probably my favorite thing from Creativation. I just thought this was so cool. Could I put my image closer to the camera wanting to see if it bleeds? Don't look how close my handiwork is. And here's the this paper is regular copy paper, nothing special. And I think you can use any kind of paper. I'm not sure if you can get this in the UK or not. You'll have to check their website. You might be able to get it. All right, guys. I will let you go if you don't have any other questions. And thanks so much for being here. I appreciate it. Our Easy Press group is growing fast. Very exciting. Do you need pressure for the Easy Press? I put a little bit of pressure just because this is squishy and I wanted to make sure I had a nice flat transfer, but I mean, I didn't do anything more than this and hold my hand on it. Nothing crazy. I didn't stand up and lean on it or anything. And for normal application, I'm not sure if you're referring to this, or under normal applications, you don't need a lot of pressure. Just your hand resting on it to make sure that you're making a nice flat contact with your press is all you need. Good, Sean. Can't wait to see. I figured you guys would. It's exciting. It's fun. Especially if you guys, if you're good at drawing, or obviously I'm not, but I would love to be able to do some brush lettering and stuff and then be able to put it onto things. All right, guys, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.